That was loud. I just don't know if this is actually listed or not. Cause I think the last screen I did was unlisted. Oh no, it's public. Okay. I'm doing this in a really fucking weird way. Bro. Hold up. I'm doing like a projector thing with a capture card because I'm on my Switch actually. So I'm just trying to move this. Okay. Alright. I wonder why they didn't do something like this earlier. I'm not saying that as a complaint, I'm just like, damn. This feels like it makes a lot of sense. Oh, I believe you keep the cards from this, right? Because I haven't played it at all yet. Is this even done? I don't think it is. Ooh. I don't have all these cards anyway. I guess I'll turn this down a little bit. Yeah, I couldn't use this even if I wanted to. Hold up. Hold up, wait. There's something very funny I can do, but I'm just gonna use this. Wait, I don't know why I copied that. I meant to select it. Oh, isn't this just like mostly the same stuff that's in the packs we get? Okay. Oh, is it just showing like which tags and shit you have and like events you've done? I do not play Mass Duel consistently if it wasn't obvious. Yo! That's a fat boy. Mutant, okay. Huh? Okay. Thank you. I'll get to play a game eventually, I guess. Okay. Okay. I have not seen that card in so long, bro. What the hell? Literal draft format card. This doesn't really. I notice. Bro, I don't. Huh? You know what? Whatever. 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 Wait, man, I haven't read these cards in so long. Why was I able to? Oh, why the fuck? I guess it's just because it's considered a tribute summon. Interesting. I really should know this ruling, but I don't mess with this deck that much. Even though I should. This is like mildly annoying because so the way this is set up, I'm because I'm using the capture card. It's capturing a window I have on my computer, but I'm actually looking at my TV because it's past my laptop. I probably should have set up my fucking desktop for this, but I didn't feel like it. I just realized people are gonna think I'm on Discord because I have Discord open. So I should close that. Show me the gores. Punish me for attacking in the incorrect order. This is so ass. Wow, I love going a second. Okay. Ash me. Ash me if you dare. Do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Okay. Sure. I had to think about that. Why not? I was like, oh, hey, they might be searching No, this is probably just... Actually, I should have looked at the event list, to be honest. I did forget about that. That's crazy. Elias. Excuse me. They are refusing to misplay. Well, this would have been useful. But what can you do? Oh well. That is what I get for playing poorly. Oh shit, okay. What the hell is I wasn't actually talking about the ship. I did something. And I knocked something down onto my leg and I couldn't tell what it was. Oh, not my back row. No. Oh, okay. I don't care. Actually, it's not true that I don't care. I could have had a slightly higher attack, actually. I'd really like to. I need to mess with this with Monica again. Truly, I play this way too inconsistently. Actually, whatever. Sure, whatever. Wait, if that's annoying, I guess. Whatever. Huh? Oh, right, that what? Okay. That makes sense, actually. 3 be taken down to 2. 4 left at 3. 1, 2. Some. Only need one of that. One for now. This. Oh shit. Okay. I don't really want to. I don't think she's. So part of the reason I don't play Master Duel all that often, I see it like that. I keep like not playing for like a month or something like that. But the reason I don't like even grind when I do is because I don't really enjoy the format. It's really weird. Like I'm perfectly fine playing the TCG a lot of the time, and like even though I'll wholly admit the recent formats have kind of sucked, Master Duel is uniquely worse because it's best of one, and it feels like it has like not every single turn skip that is legal in the OCG, but it has a bunch of turn skips. It has like the Omni Negates and shit, and it's kind of compounded by how they do releases, right? Like I am not expecting them to release things in exactly the order that they're released in the TCG, but like for example, Velmonica, they waited to give us this, and I believe this, right? But for sure those two, and it's just like even if they're not the most integral pieces, it's kind of whack that sometimes a theme can sit around and it's like everything that was released with it in the TCG or OCG gets all of its support, right? But then they're lagging behind. Like, and it doesn't really meaningfully make a different enough meta from at least the TCG side of things. It's really odd. And when I say the meta, I just mean like the deck should be facing overall rather than the exact landscape of it. But yeah, it's just really weird because like Snake Eye for example, we were running against Snake Eye variants on Mass Duel, right? It wasn't the exact same as real life, but it's like, okay, why am I basically playing against the exact same thing on two different platforms? Kind of, sort of. When Master Duel actually goes out of its way to not release every single thing in a like release order, but it released all the like crazy powerful shit. And it's like on one hand, I kind of get it. They want people to be excited and hyped, and they put in Promethean and all that. But at the same time, I'm like, please, like they do a good job with the ban list to some degree, but still, it's just like, please promote a healthy gameplay environment. I don't know, dude. I don't even remember getting that. I don't care. Just got this. Don't care. Like this. Like, I'm not saying this to complain about this card specifically or anything, but it's just like, hey, this got banned for good reason, and yet is just chilling here. Oh, that was the third impulse, bro. Yo, okay, I know what I can do. I light, earth, wind. Do I have a deck that's mono dark? I don't think I do. That's okay. We got some stuff we can fiddle with. Dark, fire, or water. Man, I'm set up for one of the decks that I have now. I'm not gonna play goblins on here, I don't care. Be gone, foul beast. I cannot wait till oh yeah. What was I about to say? Damn, I forgot. I actually lost my train of thought. Oh well. This thing. Okay, so it's so funny. This card being hit matters so much for the TCG, but like this thing being free in Mass Duel means that there are lines you can do in Velmonica that like kind of matter. Oops, I didn't want to get that. Do I want the second copy? I don't know. Okay. So I should probably try to pull her up on screen right now. I don't really feel like doing it though. But yeah, there's the Link 4 monster Abao, and she has an effect that has a discard cost. And the reason I really like her is you can go into like you can use Slitress as well. She's just a really good card for one thing, right? Like she's a really nice inboard piece to have, or to like Masquerena into her or something like that. But one really nice thing is normally you don't really have a good way to make use of Slitress's effect aside from like, okay, I'm gonna use my scale effect to link it off into you know, Angela Demono. I mean not Angela Demono, Durloom or Zibifera on the opponent's turn, or using her as part of the Masquerena cost. But what you can do, it's really funny to me at least, is you pitch her for cost, and she just brings herself back to your hand as long as your scales are there, which is really, really nice. Making Abao cost nothing is super cool, in my opinion. Is this target? I guess like the value in this is if I'm expecting to play against Fiendsmith. Oh, all right. Actually, I should back up. So one issue that I felt exists with Velmonica, or like not an issue necessarily, but a fair concern to take into consideration. Velmonica does a very good job at playing under Nibiru. Like if you're just doing Velmonica stuff, like if you have your cards, you could choose to extend with Fiendsmith, but I don't think you have to, right? You could hold those cards for later. Additionally, yeah, like I don't know, it's a bit weirder on Master Duel because it's kind of a little bit easier to like try and figure out which hand traps people are going to be running. But yeah, like with something like this, you know, straight up. I'm just gonna fucking. I'm gonna be generating my Fiendsmith stuff, and I'm gonna try to grind out packs and stuff for Valmonica. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a little odd. I feel like I don't need tracked that bad. Like tracked, I could run at one copy, and then we could run like Lurie or something. I can't run any of the. What do I run? Like I run like Typhon. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I can't wait till we get the keyboard thing with the Switch 2. I'm not getting one immediately, but bro, I wish I could have pulled up my keyboard with this. Actually, I don't know why I'm trying to remember my list when not only is my deck like across the desk from me. Obviously, I don't want to get up and get it, but okay. That's Digimon. That's Wheatcross. Okay. Oh shit! The Sky Striker variant. Do I want to play that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I kind of do want to play the Striker variant, but. Hmm. uh. Okay. Is this the message I wanted? Oh, okay. So I found where I was talking about what I was saying before about space and stuff. So, um, there's been a lot of videos I want to say in the past year or so talking about good and bad deck building. We had the whole, murder your darlings thing with Ash Blossom that NBT made. Mark the Page is also somebody you guys should definitely check out if you have the time. Let me actually mute this right quick. Okay. And there was a Stevie Blunder video as well, good versus bad deck building. Um, I don't remember this because this was like back in February, but We were watching it. A friend of mine said, so without watching the rest of the video and just looking at the beginning, 100%. Yes, it is quite literally the base idea of good deck building to win. Like, by far the biggest weakness zombies have, this is her giving an example, is that they can't afford to end on any inboard within a reasonable number of cards without having some garnets. And that fucks up the deck building majorly. It is also a big reason why Runic is such a strong combo deck. You don't need any garnets. Your combo pieces are also non-engine. And in fact, your combo pieces usually draw you into further combo pieces and or non-engine. I said the hero thing is actually kind of funny because he immediately disproved himself. Um. Oh, but yeah, I said I don't really understand a lot of people's deck building because there's rarely the intent to raise the floor of what a deck does. So I guess you could kind of look at consistency as that. Like, you're trying to find a starter in the first place, right? Which is like fine. You already have like a baseline thing that you can do with one or two cards, and that's all good. I think aiming for consistency is a consideration most people have, but I think a lot of times people don't raise the floor, and one way you can do this straight up is like running traps. So this probably seems a little bit goofy, but I mean, look at like the way Peeps deck builds, for example, in the Flame Swordsman, and he pivoted into a super trap heavy Flame Swordsman build, and it gives you a like I don't want to say like a super high floor, but it gives you a floor that is kind of consisting of like, oh, okay, I have a number of different ways to engage with my opponent's board. It doesn't matter if I'm going first or second. They genuinely have to like completely blow out the back row. Um, and to some degree you'll have like layered interaction, but like they'd have to completely blow out the back row, and then like I also have to be in a position where I can't activate any of it in response to like a lightning storm or something like that. To or he would be in a position where he would be able to activate something in response to lightning storm for it to truly like push him out of the game. And even then, it's like if you get evenly matched, right? They're going to pass their battle phase to evenly match you, play in main phase two, and then it's like okay, I keep based on what's in my hand, and I can play from there, right? Um, they just I don't know. Like overall, I feel like a lot of people don't take that consideration into their deck building when they're building decks, regardless of game, even. And it's a really, really helpful consideration to have. Oh, this was actually talking about Peeps thing because it was either Peeps or MBT. It was one of them, and then like Stevie kind of disproved himself because that list was actually like doing the thing. Anyway, I'd have to rewatch it to get the full situation. Yeah, basically, I believe Peeps was trying to take out a lot of the garnets, and by doing that, and then like he remembered, like, oh, I can just fucking use like Neos or something as the normal monster. I forget exactly what it was. He was like, I can do all this now, and that's kind of the point that I wanted to reach with a lot of decks. Like, I want to run a lot of engine in Valmonica. You need to run engine in Valmonica. You need the spells. Like a lot of people don't run Intanar, and I don't blame you for not running this, by the way. But I run it partially because, like, okay, she's a four, so I can get her back with it. But even without her, even before she was a thing, even when I like didn't have the Fiendsmith stuff, I was still running this because it's another card that can help me get to where I want to be while not being a duplicate. Because one of the worst things that could happen with Versar is hitting itself, which is part of the reason why I'm only running two here. I fiddle around with two or three in real life, but pretty consistent. I've been running two and then one of this. Having a variety of names is really, really good. Like, bro, it's like look at Malice, right? Even without the new name being as good as it is, the fact it's a name, a different name, matters, right? Uh, yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm still trying to like parse things based off me reading the conversation I was having with my friend because we were just talking about this in like our general Discord. But she said no shot. Stevie looked at Neil's and it said, "How does it not lose to Little Knight?" So like going second, I can kind of understand that, but like I'm assuming they'd probably try to interact with you using the Little Knight earlier than that. Um, but yeah, like they got to get to the Little Knight first, assuming you're going first, or assuming you manage to force it out. Whether that's actually removing it or forcing the activation prior to going into Neo's Lord. And DDD is another deck that I play. I have it on here. I literally have the deck in front of me. Like it's about a foot, no, 2 feet away from my hand. That is a deck that also just straight up wins because it can crack down something. So Neosword kind of good. um, Neosword does not die to Cyclone is something she said. Oh, okay. So here's where we are, where I want it to be, and I'll just record this. Okay, so what's up, everybody? Streaming this, but I figured this specifically could be its own little video, especially because I haven't uploaded much of anything lately. Back in February, literally a week before my birthday, holy shit, um, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine in Discord. We were just kind of typing back and forth. And this, I think we were watching Stevie's video, good versus bad deck building. And in that video, we kind of ended up looking at some of Peep's stuff. So, the way Peeps had been building his decks a lot involved running a lot of traps. And I, for one, approve. And part of me liking his deck building was just the fact that like he did stuff that I think increased the floor of the decks he was playing while still maintaining whatever reasonable ceiling they had, right? Like I look at Velmonica and my main thing has always been like these cards are really, really stupid. They are really, really strong. I don't think they're like supremely broken or anything, but they're really, really good. And you kind of didn't really need a whole lot more to win games. Varar is nice to have. I am screwing with the controller right now, so one-handed. Please forgive me. Varar is nice to have. Actually, I should just restart this. Anybody who watches this VOD will get to see me fuck up bigly trying to record this. So, anyway. Putting together Valmonica here on Mass Duel, I do play Mass Duel relatively inconsistently. That's why I don't really have too much of anything. I generated my Fiendsmith cards, and I'm going to continue to do that. But since the Valmonica pack is here, I'm going to be working on that. That being said, I kind of wanted to talk about Valmonica, especially because I haven't really uploaded the Valmonica video I've been working on and off. It is what it is, brother. But a couple months ago, back in February, actually, I watched Stevie's good versus bad deck building video, and this was also kind of compounded because this is something I feel like I've been discussing with people a lot, not just with regards to Yu-Gi-Oh, but TCGs as a whole. People not understanding good and bad deck building. How do people engage with like card evaluation, stuff like that? Because I think there's so many different considerations that can be put into your deck building process, right? And then of course there's all these different considerations you also have with regards to the format. What are the popular trends that are happening as you're heading into an event, so on and so forth. But God, I'm doing a really bad job of this. Okay, so I play Master Duel really, really inconsistently, but I do play the TCG pretty frequently. I do a lot of play testing. I play against people as well. And Valmonica is a deck that I incidentally picked up because somebody asked me for help. He wanted to play the deck and wasn't sure what to do. So way back when this came out, like was it November of 2023, I think. I went to my locals for a case tournament. At the case tournament, I actually performed decently well with Scareclaw, which is what I've been testing for a while, trying to prepare for the whole Snake Eye format and everything. And then I picked up a Velmonica core and everything went from there. So I actually have a huge folder with notes and stuff on Valmonica, and I've spoken about it a lot on a couple of different Discords. So if you've seen me post elsewhere, I might be repeating some of the things I've said before here. But I was watching quite a few different videos, people's different thoughts and considerations when it comes to deck building. There's like the Stevie Blunder video where he kind of talked about some stuff Peeps was doing and uh building decks in I guess various different ways. We have Mark the Page videos. Highly suggest you check those out. I'll have all of these things in cards. But at one point, I was trying to have a bit of a conversation about Valmonica because the Fiendsmith cards are super duper synergistic, but they also give me a very specific frustration. I'm not actually frustrated with the cards themselves or anything like that. It's just like Valmonica is very good at playing under Nibiru, right? And this might not seem like the biggest deal, but it gets to a pretty solid end board without ever risking playing into Nibiru. Now, if you do play into Nibiru, you can do it in such a way that you can go into Varar now that she's a thing, which is one reason I did want this to be on Mass Duel, but unfortunately I did not grind consistently, so this is what we're looking at. Um, but yeah, like the Fiendsmith stuff is really, really nice for if your main line gets stopped or for extending upward. It's really nice to go into something like a Baoku, and I hope I'm saying her name correctly. But it frustrates me because it opens you up to being weak to Bestials. It opens you up to being weak to Nibiru, potentially, depending on what you have access to in your hand, right? It's not always going to be weak to Nibiru. You can go for a Caesar line, but I don't want to have to go for a Caesar line when I could be running other things. And I came back to this conversation because I was trying to look for a specific deck list, and I'll just copy it here more or less. Because if you cut out the Fiendsmith stuff, right? Terraforming, I believe, is banned. Okay, so terraforming is banned in Master Duel, unfortunately, and I don't remember. I'll just have to restart this. So it's triple imperm, triple ash. You may wonder how the fuck have I been like managing this whole time if I don't have play sets of the hand traps. I play fucking giant ballpark on Mass Duel, bro. I don't need to care. I can normal summon a fucking 2K vanilla, pop their shit, and just dome them for like 6K or 8K or whatever. uh, I'm just gonna take out the Fiendsmith stuff just so I can kind of copy this list. All right, so we need terraforming and then prosperity. I don't care, bro. Okay. I'm not trying to bring it to ladder anyway, but here. Give me the metaverse. The metaverse. All right. I was only on 7 traps. This brings me up to 8 because of the thing. So that's that. And then it was like, bro, I need a card to just be like triple your attack. Okay. We have 2 of this in this fucking. I forgot. Okay. Oh my fucking god. This was another thing. Like this thing barely comes up, but when it comes up, it's like really, really important. And it's a thing that I understand people just taking the L and not running it, but it helps me make this argument because it's like 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Yeah. I'm also just not constrained to like running 50 cards, but it's like, holy fuck, it would be so nice to just. Did I ever get the Masquerena? I mean, I know they bring it back every so often, but like, yeah, you have to pull it. Uh, I'll just copy what my physical list is. Where's my water? My sinuses are blasting me. Okay. Baguska, about, and fucking what's the other thing? Typhon. Okay, so the only other thing. All right. Bagoo. Bagoo is the only thing that I can add right now. Because I don't think there's like another link 4 that I really would want to run, but we can check. What was I gonna do? Alright, so I heard you. Give me a sec. I know I have it. It's right there. I got another roll. Just bring me the red thing back. I mean, you can make Griffin. I don't fucking like send this shit into the sun. Okay. We can make Apo, Smash Duel. So why the fuck not? All right. You know, I don't understand what. Okay, so this is what I don't understand. Why is the home button like where I would expect the plus button to be? The screenshot button being like adjacent to it is like fine, like, but so weird. Like the way the Pro controller is set up is weird, bro. Anyway. Okay. Okay. So this screen might randomly get dimmed because I am using a capture card and playing on my Switch right now. In any case, I am probably actually going to finally sit down and build Valmonica on Mass Duel now. I need to redo that. All right. Yo, what's up? I'm recording this on stream, and I'm assuming my chat is just not updating because I can't see anything. But I have been talking about deck building with people for a really long time now, and I don't mean specifically deck building for Valmonica. I mean more generally like how do people approach deck building? What is the appropriate way to address certain issues you notice a deck has, right? A lot of this goes way back, like way, way, way further than this year. But back in February, I watched Good versus Bad Deck Building, a video Stevie made with some friends of mine, and we were kind of talking about it. And at one point, I said, "Where is it?" I feel like I don't understand most people's deck building because I feel like there's so rarely the intent to raise the floor. Oh, I should just start off with that. Yo, what's up? So here on Master Duel, this is an approximation of one of the physical lists I've used for Valmonica in the past year. Now, I have spoken a few times about making a Valmonica video. Okay, there was a background noise, and I thought that was me. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up? Over the past 2 years, or I guess it's more like year and a half, I've spoken a couple of times. Okay, retaking. All right. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Over the past couple of years, I've. Oh wow, that was really loud. Yo, what's up? Over the past couple of years. Wait, no. Why do I keep saying that? It's been like 18 months. Yo, what's up? I have been labbing Valmonica on and off since November of 2023. I believe that's when it came out. The story behind that is I was going to a case tournament at my store. The story behind that, okay, um, I believe Valmonica came out in the TCG. I believe Valmonica was released in the TCG in November of 2023, right? And at that time, we were heading into the Snake Eye format, and I'd been doing a lot of playtesting with Scareclaw throughout the entirety of that year, and I just had been unable to attend any regionals or YCSs. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to my locals case tournament. A couple of the guys there are really, really good. They do have YCS and regional tops and stuff like that. So it'll be a good opportunity, right, to see how well this deck fares because I was playing Scareclaw. And the night before, the night before the case tournament, someone messaged me asking about Valmonica because they thought it was really interesting, but all they could see was a lot of negativity circulating around like any given deck discussion. Not just wow. Oh my lord. Anyway, do I have to fucking I have to listen back to one of these recordings because I'm just now realizing it might be picking up something I don't want it to pick up. Oh, what the fuck? Wait. Where the hell is it saving to? I am just now realizing it is. Okay, hold up. General video color recording. Fuck, dude. How to check? I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, so y'all can't see this because I was like, isn't this supposed to be in like settings, recording path? But I just don't see fucking recording tab at all. Source, projectors, system preview, studio. Nope. Streaming, recording path. Oh, it's just saving directly to videos. That's why. Okay, I'll have to change that later. Okay. My desktop audio is muted, so this should not cause a problem if I play this directly right now. There we go. Because y'all can only hear what I'm saying. Okay, no, it's all good. All right, I do need to like go to the bathroom right quick, so I will be back. I'm gonna try this one more time. Holy shit. Kind of crazy that I have to log into YouTube twice in OBS. Like, I'm glad that they just straight up have the integration now because previously I was using plugins. Shout out to Sorayuki, by the way. Good ass plugins. And I was also using Caster Labs. But, bro, I guess my OBS was just like really, really outdated because despite like doing the updates, it didn't have the docs, which is why I went looking for other ones. Anyway, my throat, man. So I have been playing Velmonica for a while. Actually, where did my phone go? I was using that to read. Okay. I need to. Oh, there it is. There it is. God, I'm so sorry for anybody who has to hear this. Like, I am just getting hit with an allergy shitstorm right now. Oh boy, there we go. So, yo, what's up? I have been playing Velmonica for definitely over 18 months now, but I believe it came out in November of 2023. And I want to talk a little bit about the list you see here on screen, but it's mostly about like I guess some macro considerations and micro considerations. I don't fucking know. Yo, what's up, everybody? So I was already streaming, and I had the inclination to talk a bit about deck building and deck building considerations and stuff like that. So we're going to be looking at Velmonica to talk about this. Now, I have stated multiple times that I've been working on like a Velmonica video, and it's something that I want to be like this really like big project. So apologies, I'm taking for fucking ever with it, but there's a lot of little things that I want to work out. I want to make sure things are phrased well. But in any case, back in February, Stevie, I believe, uploaded a video titled "Good versus Bad Deck Building," and even prior to this, we had the Murder Your Darlings video with Ash Blossom. We have Mark the Page also putting up these really good videos from time to time. They're going to be in cards. Shout out to him. Please check his content out. I think his stuff is really, really good. But when I saw the Stevie video, I sent it to a friend of mine, and we were talking a bit about it in Discord. Well, a couple of friends of mine actually, but it was mainly myself and one other person talking. And there are a couple of things I said at that time that I'm kind of reading off my phone here that I wanted to discuss with all of you. So I said I felt like I didn't understand most people's deck building because there's so rarely the intent to raise the floor of what a deck does. Now, I want to point to Peeps here because I think the way Peeps has been building his decks, which is just with a very heavy trap focus in a lot of instances, um, does do exactly that. Like, I believe he stated his main goal was actually to specifically try cutting out bricks, and that was part of what came up in the Stevie video. We were looking at his deck building, and I went to find the thread and I looked at it. And I believe I should have it bookmarked so I can link that in the description as well. Maybe I'll just edit it into the video as we go. But I really liked what he was doing on a conceptual level because, like, if you're removing bricks, right, you're lessening your inconsistency to some degree, and you're potentially also shifting the axis your game plan sits on. Like, I have a branded list, and it's kind of it's still kind of in the vein of like all gas no brakes, but the deck is actually situated in such a way for it to play a more mid-rangey way. I use Albaz the Ashen and Blue Eyes Jet Dragon because they create a really strong defensive core. The opponent has to do like some non-targeting stuff to deal with both of them on the board together. But even if one is being removed at a time, they will cycle to some degree. And that very frequently would allow me to stay in games even if I didn't have the capability to fuse for one reason or another, which was a big concern I had, right? Because if we go back to when Branded was a meta contender, I mean, not that it's particularly weak right now either, but when it was at the forefront, one of the biggest concerns you had was getting hit with like D barrier. So I was like, okay, I don't really like any of the branded builds. Well, that's not true. I really do like the Predaplant one. I think that was really, really fun. But I didn't really want to play a lot of the branded builds because they didn't really have options in the event that they weren't allowed to fuse. So I went for something like this instead. Reminder to self, put fucking image from my DM in here. Really, really old version of the list. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to edit this in post, but the list you should be seeing is one of the oldest iterations of it from early 2022. The more recent, excuse me, more recent iteration of it The more recent iteration of it is running Cartesia, Quem. I believe I slotted in a copy or two of Aluber as well. And it's a deck that I consistently run at somewhere between 45 and 50 cards because it allows me to run everything that I want slash need to based on the circumstance. And sometimes that does include hand traps. But again, the baseline concept of that deck was just like, okay, if I'm running the blue eyes, that's adding extra bricks into the deck. I run a higher card count, and that allows me to see those bricks in my opener less. But I'm also using something like Branded High Spirits, which makes those cards no longer be bricks because I can pitch the blue eyes from my hand. And God, there's so much I need to do if I'm recording this. I'll just have to stop streaming actually. Yeah, it'll be easier if I stop. Well, I guess I say it'll be easy, and that's fine. I'm not really too concerned about people seeing my fuck ups. Ooh, okay, once more. Yo, what's up? So back in February, I believe Stevie uploaded a video titled "Good versus Bad Deck Building," and this was a single video in a series of similar videos. I want to say, and I'm not saying that to criticize or anything because we had God, yo, what's up? Back in February, I believe Stevie uploaded a video titled Good versus Bad Deck Building. And we've had a number of videos from various different content creators kind of touching on this topic in some way or another in the past, I want to say 2-ish years, more so than we have previously. And I think that's a really, really good thing. But watching this video and seeing how Peeps was building decks, there were a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. Things I've been trying to talk to people about for a really long. I feel like I'm just no, 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 no. No, what's up? So this video is gonna be kind of me just talking to you, doing a little bit of yapping. And what you see on screen is very relevant. It's a mock-up of a physical Valmonica list. Stumbling over my words already. It's a mock-up of a physical Valmonica list I'd been messing around with. This is a mock-up of a Valmonica list I'd been messing around with in the TCG a few months ago. The metaverse is supposed to be a terraforming, but it's banned on Master Duel, so I couldn't include it in the deck list. But everything else was about the same. There's a very important reason that I have this deck list on screen, but we'll come back to that. Now, one really big thing I was thinking about at the time I was watching Stevie's video is the fact that I so rarely see people attempt to raise the floor of their decks. Usually, I see people aiming for consistency, which does make sense, or increasing their ceiling, and only those two things. And I find it a little odd specifically because a lot of the time when you're going second, having your deck's floor be higher in some way, shape, or form makes going second easier, at least in my experience. It's for this reason that sometimes when I was playing Scareclaw more consistently, I would just straight up side in to Twin Saw game two, right? I'm not guaranteed to go second, but if I do go second, I have a higher probability of seeing this card that will potentially allow me to get to my next turn, assuming I'm disrupted, of course. And I do believe people make considerations like this all the time, but it's just like in terms of actually making the baseline of the deck higher floor, that doesn't tend to happen as often, I think. Nah, I'll just stop streaming. Fuck it.